Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Heavensward. In the last episode, we ran through the next stage of the Samurai Story Quest in Gridania, where we found out that Momozigo had kind of an outstanding warrant for his arrest in the city, because he had been managing an event at the amphitheater there, and the act had canceled, and he was in a little bit of a financial trouble at the time, and so he skipped out taking the ticket sales with him. So we got all that sorted out. He paid back his debts, took care of all of that, and so we moved on. And we now have our next quest to do at 58. So back in the city, we met up with Sir Emmerich and House Fortum. They kind of went over everything that went down in Drovania, and kind of brought the news of the true origins of the Dragon Song War back to Sir Emmerich, and kind of fired up about that, and convinced that the truth needed to come out. He has decided to go ahead and basically bring it forward to the Archbishop, and basically the head of House Fortum and everyone else is like, hey, you're gonna get arrested as a heretic if you do that. And so we're basically planning to have to try to break him out of jail, if that comes to pass, which almost certainly will. So that is what we're going to work on. And that is what we are currently working on. So we're trying to find some help to do this, and we're thinking that the disaffected people living in the Broom are going to be a good source of manpower for this operation, but we need some, to figure out who their leadership is. And all we know about the leader of the rebellious elements in the Broom is that that particular person is known as the Mongrel, and so we're trying to track this person down. So we are working on that, and the barkeep of the Forgotten Knight has tasked us with delivering some wine to a particular person who may be grateful for said wine and may provide us with some information. So that is what we are going to do next. So we need to head to the pillars, and it's going to be right about there. So we're going to go ahead and head to the Astrologicum, because that's going to be the closest Aethernet node to where we need to go. And you may have noticed that the hairstyle has changed again. We've kind of gone back to the original hairstyle that I went with when I created the character. Primarily because this particular set of armor has this high collar on the back, which tends to clip through hanging hair. So I went ahead and changed the hairstyle from the ponytail we had before. Because I don't like the clipping. It annoys me. Alright, there is Hyretha? Yes, I am Hyretha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? You don't, but I have something for you. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation, what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hire made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Ah, okay, so an Elizin, not Elvon. Elvon is from 11. Elizin Baron had a dalliance with a higher woman and produced a hybrid offspring. The Mongrel, I'm guessing. Alright, so Gabriel, we need to return to him, and we need to head over to that Aethernet shard. Okay, so we're heading over to Forgotten Night. Right. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn this in. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Alright, next. Gabriel's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldio for example. Surely you have heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom, a man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Ah, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. I guess another person who might have some additional details for us about who this mongrel may be. And there he is. Alone's blessings be upon you, miss. A gift for me. This scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child, yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually, she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Okay, so now we know that this person is a female and has black hair. Alright, so back to Gabriel. She was a remarkable woman, Ayame. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Alright, Gabriel has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It is a legacy of our parents, Ayame, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Speak with the broom starveling. We're just going to be down here somewhere. Let's go all the way to the bottom. And let's see if we can find this person. Ah, I remember you. Still looking for your mongrel. Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around, if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel, ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Looking for a mongrel, ruby red eyes. No, ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Kind of like my character, I guess. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. I'm afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go back to Alpha now? All the way back to the Forgotten Night again. Alright, there he is. Have you made any progress, Ayame? A little bit, yes. So our mongrel was born of an Elysian nobleman and a Hieran maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. And we are blocked off, because we need to be level 57 to take the next quest. Lovely. Alright. Let me see what it is we might want to do in the meantime. Okay. Well, we haven't been running for very long. And there's a lot of level 56 to get through. So, our options are run duty roulettes. But I would do that on my own because it would just be dungeons we've already done. Or doing some side quests. Which I know we have a bunch in the Churning Mists. Let's go ahead and teleport out there and take a look around. I think we still did have a few in the Forelands. With the dragons. But there's a lot more here. I mean, a lot more here. Let's see. Any level 56 quests? 54. 54, 55, 55. 54, 55, 55, 54, 54. Lots of 55s. Alright, let's just pick up a few of these side quests here. And get to work on those. Alright, so here's Mogmill. Let's see what you have for us. 33,600 experience. Okay. Alright, Mogmill looks like he's daydreaming or not. It's hard to tell. Alright, the shiny sundries made by the landlords are in vogue all across Moghelm, Kupo, but Moogles can't work metal themselves, so everyone goes searching for shiny objects at Tharl Kash. But I know a secret place, the House of Letters, Kupo. So many shiny objects are just waiting for someone adventurous to go pick them up, and they do call you an adventurer, so what do you say? If I had 5 sparkling objects, that should be enough to make the other Moogles jealous. Alright. And what else do we have down here? We have Mogmug. Mogmug is flitting about, frantically looking for someone to do his bidding. He's only 54, but we'll take it. What's with these Moogles all over the place? Alright. Oh, you've returned to bask in my alluring aura. One can never have too many devotees. Say, I have just a job for the fledgling fan, Kupo. I require 4 vines from the Sanctinis that reside north of Moghelm. An ardent admirer such as yourself surely will not deny me. That's easy enough. And Mogomo. Got 2 of them. A dream blooms. Mogomo is staring longingly into the distance. I've just heard the most amazing news, Kupo. Rare and fragrant flowers called horn blooms are blooming near the House of Letters. If you could go and pick 3 for me, my gratitude would be yours. Okay. And the other one... Alright, Moghelm's upper layer is bathed in sunlight. That's why the Kupo trees grow lush and leafy. I think a few would look perfect in my garden. Only want the best trees. That means the best Kupo nuts. Eorzea tends to the greenery up top. Ask him if he can part with some. 5 should be enough, Kupo. Alright. And Mogret. Ooh, you're actually going to give us something. Oh, this is fish? Grilled sweet fish. Grilled rain-color mugwort carp and grilled warm water trout. Okay. Mongrel is gazing at these wilting flowers with a concerned expression. Oh no, this won't do. This won't do at all, Kupo. If we don't water these flowers soon, there'll be nothing left but dried husks. Thanks to a mean old Hropkin doing God knows what in the spring, we can't get anywhere near the precious water. So you look like you've done your fair share of dragon slaying. Why don't you get rid of that hulking Hropkin for us and fill this ewer with water for the flowers, Kupo? Our little garden is depending on you. Alright, so we now have a bevy of side quests to work on to get us some EXP. I am probably going to have to run some duty roulettes. But as I said, I'll do that on my own. Let's go ahead and take care of these to at least kind of get something done. And then I might have to call it a day there, even if it is a little early. So I can, get the words out of my mouth. These things are slightly annoying because they poison you constantly. I just need to kill 4 of them. Oh, we got ourselves another one. I can do bloodbath and heal myself by doing damage. That'll help. And one more. I do have a couple of quests to go to. One particular place. Where was that again? Out there, huh? Alright. There's a few things closer by. Let's head over to something in the water. We're gonna kill this Hropkin and fill a ewer with water. There's the clear spring and a purple circle. Ooh, don't want to be standing there. Alright, one Hropkin down. And one ewer full of water. And on to the next thing. There's going to be Dream Blooms, which is pick Horn Blooms. And then we have the Nut Job there. We have 3 of these we need to pick, apparently. Alright, there's 2. There should be a 3rd kicking around here somewhere. Get some altitude and see if we can't find it. There it is. Perfect. And then we need to obtain sparkly solilicons. No. Spilikins? No idea what that word is. That's here in the House of Letters. There's an actual quest here. Muling Moogle. Let's see what you want us to do. If it's in the area, that would be good. Miss Moogle has lost something precious to him. Oh no, I was just enjoying a leisurely stroll and dropped my favorite ring. I saw one of those brutish-looking Stirkday pick it up. Pretty please, could you get it back for me, Koopa? Sure. Alright, there's our sparkly thing that we need. We need 5 of those. Oh, and we have no idea how many of these we're going to have to kill before it drops the ring we need. I was planning to just fly around and drop in for precision pickups, but some other plans have arisen. Nope, that one didn't drop it. Something he did hurt. That wasn't our guy either. Alright, rather than just wander around here, let me go after the actual, like, sparkly things. And then I'll knock out any of these Stirkday. That happen to be in the vicinity. Until this quest completes. Hey, there it is. Perfect. Alright, let's turn that back in real quick. I can't believe those Stirkday have the nerve to just take whatever they find off the ground. Were you able to recover my ring, Kupo? Indeed I was. It's my ring! I knew you'd be able to get it back from those mean old Stirkday. I'd never be able to forgive myself if I had lost this ring. It cost me my life savings of 42 Kupo nuts. Alright, there is another sparkly Spillikin. And there's gonna be one more kicking around here somewhere. Anything sparkling? There it is. Oh. There we go. Okay, so back to Moghome. Teleporting is going to be the fastest way. And we actually do have one other thing to do there. Alright, Mog Mill. I can't believe no one has thought to go look there yet. Ah, adventurer, were you able to find enough of the landlord's shiny objects? Yes, I was. Wonderful, amazing, spectacular. Kupopo. I've never seen such lustrous objects before. I'll be the talk of Moghome before long. Remember, adventurer, the House of Letters is our little secret. Alright, now I have this other thing over here to do. Eorzea. So Mogomo is in need of Kupo nuts. He has been a good friend. Very well, take as many as you need. Just pick them straight off the branches, Kupo. Alright, I'll pick those. Are there more of them? Apparently there are. Protecting the palm. Apparently there was another quest down there. I'll finish picking these. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back down inside and turn these in. And I'll probably just go ahead and call it a day there. Alright, Mug. My steadfast supporter has returned. Did the Sanctinis prove to be any trouble, Kupo? Not really. Magnificent, marvelous, such beauteous vines almost make me green with envy. With these, I'll make the most harmonious harp in Moghome, and Moogles from Malms around will be enraptured when I perform at the Harvest Fete. Come and lend your voice to the cheers of my fabulous fans, Kupo. Let's talk to Margaret first. Oh, I can see the flowers wilting before my very eyes, Kupo. Did you manage to bring the water? Indeed I did. Finally, the flowers are saved. There didn't used to be so many dragons stamping about those springs, but recently we've been seeing more and more. I don't know where they came from, but I'm sure that they're only here to make our lives a pain in the pom-pom, Kupo. Let's see, direct hit rate. Maybe this mugwort carp. Alright, a dream blooms. You returned bathed in a floral scent, Kupo. Were you able to find 3 of the flowers? Indeed I was. You really have the eyes of a florist. As I'm sure you've gathered, these are far more precious than the other flowers you see dotting the landscape, as they only bloom so lovely once a year. I'll put my very best into making sure they stay healthy and robust. Don't tell anyone, but I'll be using these for my secret garden. When it's finally complete, you'll be one of the first I invite, Kupo. Alright, and we got those Kupo nuts for you. Right, my thanks. I couldn't have picked firmer Kupo nuts myself. The trees which sprout from these will be the envy of gardeners everywhere. One day, people from the surface will visit Moghome in numbers like never before, bringing shiny tools and other sundries I can barely imagine. On that day, I'll show them my glorious Kupo nuts, and they'll have no choice but to trade for my superior product. Just you wait, Kupo. I'm not sure anybody's going to be interested in your Kupo nuts. Alright, there's Moglu there. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end this episode here. I'll probably run a roulette. Or maybe several roulettes. And see if I can push at least close to 57. And then we'll go ahead and get ourselves all the way to 57. And continue on with the main story quest. Next episode, hopefully. Alright, but for now, go ahead and end here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.